Willoughby, are you still playing on that handheld?
Well, sure, Professor. Oh, isn't that what it's here for?
Yes, Willoughby. But remember, if you're not careful, you'll get carpal tunnel. Technology should be used with discretion.
Ah, gee, Professor. All this stuff's been here for millions of years. Why can't we use it?
The simultaneous, synchronized transmission of sound and pictures is not yet even 100 years old. And I know of a boy who, when just about your age, helped to invent mass communication.
A boy my age? Well, who was that, Professor?
Turn on the projector, and I shall show you.
Right, Professor.
Science-O-Rama! Ripped from the pages of Popular Science magazine. The past is the future. Episode 2. His vision made television. The only trouble with Philo T. Farnsworth's story is that it is out of time. It belongs to another day. It ought to be a hoary legend now, and it is just 20 years old, and still in the making. It has everything the school teachers love: boyhood on a farm, a dreamy inventor, the years of struggle, success. It's the story of television, and it all took place when folks whose names slipped the mind for the moment did a lot of shouting about the frontiers being gone. Farnsworth dreamed of television without moving parts when he was 13. A year later, still in high school, he invented some of the basic parts of electronic television. In 1927, when he was 20, he took out his first patent on an entire television system, not just one part. And Donald K. Lippincott, the radio engineer, called him one of the 10 greatest mathematical wizards of the day. Today, at 33, Farnsworth is Vice President and General Director of Research of the Farnsworth Television and Radio Corporation. Such organizations as American Telephone and Telegraph, Radio Corporation, and Philco have taken out licenses under Farnsworth patents. The story of Farnsworth, a painfully shy man, starts with his grandfather, the first Philo Taylor Farnsworth, who established the Mormon community of Beaver City in Utah under instructions of Brigham Young. Philo's father settled a farm there, and Philo grew up on it. When he was 6, he played constantly, not with wagons or tin soldiers, but with a toy dynamo and a tiny electric motor. One day, he rigged the dynamo to the wheel of his mother's sewing machine, generating enough electricity while she sewed to operate the motor. His mother hoped he would let it stay that way for a while, but the boy's interest was too feverish. He took the motor apart and put it together again. When he was 12, the family moved by wagon train to Rigby, Idaho, and worked a ranch in the Snake River Valley. The place was the answer to a young inventor's prayers. It was littered with equipment, including a private light and power system, power-operated hay hoists, and harvesting devices that worked electronically. The mechanical and electrical gadgets were total mysteries to all except Philo, who went for them with a great shout of glee. He took everything apart and put it together again. He aggregated to himself the sole right to keep the equipment in repair, and it was no contested position, since no one else could do more than push the right button. He had the equipment working so smoothly, it got to be no fun at all. His family swears he deliberately put parts of it out of commission when things got dull, just so he could take them apart and fix it.
Ah, gee, Professor, the film broke.
Yes, Willoughby, it appears so. I shall have to splice it back together before we may continue.
Ah, that's okay, Professor. I can watch last week's Science-O-Rama on my handheld.
Oh, my.
Waterlog Productions.